Something changed inside Airbnb, and it will affect your bookings. Airbnb is no longer just a short-term rental marketplace. It's becoming a full travel platform. If that works, what wins in Airbnb search will change. If it fails, Airbnb starts looking like every other booking site. Either way, hosts need to adapt, and here's why. Airbnb is building a travel ecosystem. Airbnb now includes stays, hotels, experiences, and services, all inside one platform. That changes demand flow. You're not just competing with other Airbnb hosts anymore. You're competing inside an ecosystem. Hotels, add-ons, experiences, all fighting for the same attention. Visibility is no longer automatic. So what wins now? Strong conversion rate, fast response time, clear positioning, clean, consistent reviews, and that leads to the next shift. Hotels are strategic. Hotels are being added intentionally, especially in regulated cities, New York, Los Angeles, Madrid. When short-term rental supply is restricted, Airbnb fills the gap with hotels. That increases competition inside urban markets. Hotels win on consistency. Hosts win on space, uniqueness, group value, and local experience. So if you operate in a regulated city, your listing must communicate that difference immediately because attention is tighter and competition is broader. Now here's another layer. Experiences are back, but different. Experiences are being pushed directly into discovery, even to users who are not booking stays. That's a major shift in Airbnb's product strategy. Airbnb wants to influence the entire trip, not just where someone sleeps. So what does that mean for hosts? It means themed positioning matters more. If your property aligns with food, wine, wellness, outdoor adventure, or event-driven travel, you become easier to surface in search. Stop listing features. Start positioning your property as part of an itinerary, and that connects directly to the next move. Services are the big play. Airbnb doesn't just want to sell nights, it wants to sell everything around the stay. Private chefs, massage, yoga, grocery stocking, more revenue inside the platform without adding more bookings. That means your property has to support that model. Clean layout, functional space, clear design, room for hosted experiences. You're not just selling a place to sleep, you're selling a place to experience things. And while Airbnb expands outward, something else is happening internally. Airbnb is moving into operations. There's a quieter shift happening. Airbnb is stepping closer to host operations, cleaning, turnovers, maintenance. If they eventually influence both demand and operations, that changes the economics of short-term rentals. So now is the time to tighten systems. Know your costs, know your margins, document your processes, because operational clarity becomes leverage in platform-driven markets. Now here's something that will hit hosts directly. Cancellation policy is changing. Strict cancellation policies are being phased out. That means more flexibility for guests and more uncertainty for hosts. Expect more cancellations, less predictability, so you adjust now. Smarter pricing strategy, stronger last-minute offers, tighter minimum stays during high-demand periods. Prepare before the shift impacts your calendar. And at the same time, ranking itself is evolving. Ranking is driven by AI. Airbnb already uses hundreds of ranking factors. Now AI is influencing more of the algorithm. That means less transparency, less manual control. Old SEO tactics don't work the same way. You win by converting, clear amenities, accurate pricing, strong guest reviews, fast response time. The algorithm reads intent. Family trips, remote work stays, weekend getaways, event travel match how people search, not just keywords. And finally, demand is shifting. Demand is no longer evenly distributed. Growth is happening in specific categories: national parks, event-driven travel, short international trips, solo travel, food and wine tourism. If you compete on price alone, you lose margin. If you position around demand, you win attention. Build your listing around how people are actually traveling in 2026. And that brings us to the bigger picture. 2026 is a pivot year. Airbnb is still strong, but competition is tighter. Growth is slowing in some markets. The platform is evolving fast. 2026 decides whether Airbnb becomes a full travel ecosystem or just another booking marketplace. Hosts who win won't just have good listings. They'll have strong positioning, clean operations, clear target guests, adaptability. Which of these changes impacts your Airbnb strategy the most? Comment below. Subscribe for more Airbnb hosting strategy and short-term rental insights that actually matter.